is adventure.
His fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind.
This is High Noon and welcome! Are you prepared to draw? I hope so! And I don't mean any of that liver-lizzied, gun-slinging stuff, and I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. Yous all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Hello. How is everybody today? I hope we are doing good. There we go. We are in the on-air chat in Discord if anybody wants to join in. Not that I've seen Buddy in the chat yet, but hey, it is what it is. So it is Monday, so of course we are working on the harem manga. And we have officially put up the first page on Webtoons now. Um, so um, hopefully in less than a month we are putting this page up. Um, we're working on page by page, of course. So we're gonna hide panel 5 there, although we need to do panel 5 and hide Kung Fu Kitty. Um, Hey, Timothy, Melvin 3 launches next week. Yeah, cool. Boom. Um, and as you saw, or may not have seen, I put out another short for Melvin 3 today. The inking of, I'm calling it New Panel 4. This was after I got all the pages done. You had me do those extra panels. So hopefully that draws some attention to that. I will be doing the last one for those new panels, which had 3 panels on it, technically. Um, Tomorrow I'll be putting that up. But how are you, Timothy? How are you doing? The sign up. Let me actually put in the chat. Yeah, I did all those shorts from, well, obviously I did the original ones where they're 5 to 10 minutes long. And then I've done the shorts for it from, let's see, I don't even know what page. Because I didn't start recording myself and putting that up till I hit page 14. I wish I would have thought about doing that beforehand. Would have been a lot more content for that. Another 13 pages, but I didn't. Well, next book you get me to ink. If you get me to ink another book, of course, I will be recording each of those as I do them. Okay, so we got Kung Fu Kitty. What's this layer here? Oh, that's a hand. You know what? We should probably bring Piper in. Hey, Mike, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so Ben. See, do we get? No, those are all the characters. Let's see. Comics. Cross comics. Characters. we still need to square up. Yeah, of course. So after I deal with the other Piper, you are next on the list. Yeah, you've been. Yeah, you said that. So here's one drawing I did of Piper. This is more to try and get the anime style as well as this. So let's see. We're going to convert opacity to brightness. We're going to copy and we're going to paste. Now that, of course, it did not go where I wanted it to. And let's shrink that a little because it is a little too big. Laugh out loud. Quasimodo. Yeah, the face is real weird, obviously, for this one. And let's scale this one down to. Uh, no, no, not that one. The other one. Okay, how does it look like Quasimodo? Quasimodo's the humpback, right? The humpback of Notre Dame. You know what? I'm gonna take a the one on the far left. Yeah, yeah. I get that what you said. Okay, so we're just working on panel, or was the left in the, or was he left in the microwave? Okay, so how is this one looking like Quasimodo? Quasimodo's the Hunchback of Notre Dame, correct? This one looks a little wonky in the face and short hair. Maybe I'm just not thinking of the right character. Okay, you're saying yes, Quasimodo was the Hunchback of Notre Dame or Notre Dame, however you want to say it. Okay, so now we are. Let's say this is Piper here, because it's supposed to be. So, did you catch the theme song today? Oh, I gotta contact those guys on Twitter too for Wednesday. Well, helps if I'm on correct. Hey, Tree Goblin, how are you? Cheers to you too. I think that's what the two mugs with probably beer in them are supposed to be. Cheers. Or symbolizing. But how are you today, Tree Goblin? Hope you are doing good. Okay, see, now here's the problem. I'm so used to doing regular superhero style, that I'm not doing the manga thing, and I gotta start trying to concentrate on doing that manga style. Um, so I'm not sure whether I don't think I've really accomplished that here. Although this is looking a little. There we go. Oh, we didn't even put the shirt line on this one. There we go. And of course, we have the. There we go. There's that. And then there's. This goes over like that. Actually, this should probably come up a little further. There we go. Of course, this is nowhere near perfect, as we are trying to get the basics in here. And we're going to go over this again, obviously, and get some more done to it. But it's giving us the basic look, I think, to what I'm looking for. There we go. And one last piece here. There's his flute or whatever instrument it shall be. It's long. It's probably more clarinetish. Not sure whether you'd really consider him a piper at that point. Because most people might associate bagpipes, but the Pied Piper, of course, did not play the bagpipes. We'll just do. See what we can do for hair here. Okay, so let's see. We'll take out some lines here. Wrong. There we go. So what's everybody got planned for today? Any special plans? How do people's weekends go? So tomorrow night I'm gonna be going to see The Sound of Freedom. It actually is playing in a theater close enough for me to go see. So I might end up starting a little bit late tomorrow, just because it starts at 6:20, but then of course you have all the whatchamacallit ads, like and all that. So you know what? We're gonna actually put all this stuff in a folder, and we'll call it Piper. And then we got Kung Fu Kitty here. We'll put a. Do we have a? We'll put another folder here. No, that's not a folder. That's locking that layer. So we'll call it KFK. Kung Fu Kitty. They were kung fu fighting. And I don't want to do much else, otherwise I might get struck or claimed. Okay, so with that, we're going to come down here. We're going to move Piper, this Piper. We'll move this Piper here. And we'll take Kitty up here. It's looking a little bit more anime-ish, I must say. Okay, so I watched an episode of Angel Cop, which is an anime, and then I've also watched an episode of Seven of Seven. Now, at this point, I've not been putting gloves on her. This version has gloves on her, but since I haven't been putting gloves on, I'm not gonna put gloves on now. I gotta work on this. You know what? Again, I'm doing that non-anime thing. These lines. I gotta study some anime. I got a couple books on drawing it, so. We'll get details like claws on later. Okay, so we're gonna take out. Okay, so that looks better than what it did. It's not ready for. It's not finished, but I think that looks better than what it was looking. So that in itself is good. That's the style we're going to go with. Build up everything, get everything ahead a layer or two. Okay, so we're going to take 2 out, and then we're going to bring 3 back here. Okay, so now we need to move Kung Fu Kitty. So we got Kung Fu Kitty over here. We got Piper in a roll. If everybody could like, share, maybe get some, as Mike would say, some more friendly people here. So we can talk to. I'm trying to say a little bit of what I'm doing as I'm doing it or why I'm doing it. I don't know. Sometimes this stuff can be strange. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to myself. You hear? You got a problem with that? Then take it up with somebody else. Because I don't care. Okay, so we'll hide Kitty right now. And we'll bring Piper back up here. Hey, Sketchbook, is this supposed to be the manga book, Rick? Yes, it is. I've actually, I think it's the second link. I've actually technically put the first page up on Webtoons now. I might end up putting it up on Global Comics later. I just did that today. Finally put up the first page, and I put it. You know what? Give me a second here. Load it up. So let's browser. Okay, so here it is. You know, I put it in like this, panel by panel. And as we get each page done, we will put it up. Okay, you're thinking. What are you thinking? Hey, Dillard, how are you? Good afternoon. Well, I guess it's morning for you, so I'll say good morning. So, how was your weekend, Dillard and Sketchbook? So, yeah, the biggest problem right now is I'm used to doing more of the regular American superhero style. So, one thing I've got to try and figure out how to do is do more of that manga style. Although I think I'm making this arm too big. I went to a pool party this weekend on Saturday, so that was good. Okay, so now how I'm trying to think of a somersault because he rolls into it, so he's getting pushed he got pushed forward because of somebody trying to tackle him from behind. I'm having the legs. Maybe I should have the legs like this. Although I think they're going a bit too high, but so what are you up to, John? Sketchbook? Anybody? I of course am right now trying to do my manga. So I think that looks a little bit better than what was there before. Drawing for Yellow Flash, I take it. How close are you to being done that? KFK. Kung Fu Kitty. Or are you doing some other commission at the moment to make a couple bucks? No, for Finity. No metal today, Rick. Well, metal's not usually on the high noons at this top point. Normally he's only seems to be on the chill streams. You know, this may be a bit too early for him. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, John. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing, Rick?
Not too bad.
So what's new?
Okay, I'm not going to do the usual New York stuff or whatever. I'm going to see the Sound of Freedom tomorrow night.
Oh, really? Don't you know that movie is QAnon? Why are you watching that movie?
I have heard of QAnon, but I know nothing about them.
Oh.
But I've heard that, yes. I know they're supposed to be, somehow they're supposed to be bad or evil or whatever. According to the left,
Who,
of course.
QAnon?
Yeah.
I have no idea. What are you drawing?
I'm trying to draw my, drawing up my, hair manga.
What's a hair manga?
Not hair, harem. You know the contest that we had like 2 or 3 years ago?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to draw it up, my story, although I'm like 5 pages away from actually finishing the writing of it, but this is page 2, so I've got a while.
Oh.
What were you gonna say?
I see. I wasn't gonna say a thing, Rick. What are you talking about?
Sketchbook says it has nothing about QAnon. Yeah.
Oh, then what's the point of going to see it?
It's about a guy trying to stop child trafficking. Well, I think he does, but...
Yeah.
And it's based on a real life story, too.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I know it. I knew it had nothing to do with it. I think you do too, but you're being a little facetious over everything that all the leftist media is trying to say.
You talking to me or you talking to Sketchbook?
You.
So what are you talking about?
I said, I'm pretty sure you knew it had nothing to do with QAnon.
Oh, I think absolutely it has a lot to do with QAnon.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Oh, because the main actor in the movie is like, yeah, I'm making it all about QAnon.
Yeah, but is he saying that a little facetiously after the fact, or
No.
just because the leftists?
And I honestly, I think this guy, he's killing me. The main actor is killing me. I don't think he's doing. He's too damn weepy.
What do you mean?
Okay, like like when somebody is hamming it up.
Yeah.
This guy's hamming it up. I feel like he's hamming it up. I feel like he's nobody's that weepy for no reason.
Okay. And how is he weeping it up?
I didn't say he was weeping it up. I said he was being too weepy. He's crying everywhere he's going, crying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Shut up, fool. Even if your wife died, you're not gonna be that weepy on that many interviews in a row.
Yeah. I haven't been watching interviews or whatever.
What?
I haven't been watching any interviews about it. It is sort of put out by the same people. Well, I heard it was made by Disney, but Angel Studios, the people that made The Chosen, got a hold of it to put it out. in
No,
theaters.
it was bought by Disney when they bought Fox.
Okay. And then they sold the rights to like Angel Studios to distribute it.
Something like that, yeah. So, like, if it was, I'm gonna be honest, if it was made by the people that made The Chosen, I would have already seen it. I would have went and watched it in a heartbeat. Like, to me, those guys can do no wrong. They make incredible content. But it's just, oh, it's put out by Angel Studios. I'm like, okay, well, you know, whatever.
Well, they must think it's somewhat decent to do that. I would think, anyways. Yeah, I don't think they'd want to put their name on it if it wasn't, if it was no good. You know, they do have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sketchbook says no, it was already produced and had distribution with Fox. Disney squashed it when they acquired it, and then Angel put it out. Says Sketchbook. It's a simple movie, no horrific scenes, says Sketchbook. I take it you've seen it already then, Sketchbook?
He already said he saw it and he liked it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good that you liked it. I've heard good things about it, so...
I don't know, my wife wants to go see it. She's like, are you going to take me to go see that movie? Yeah, I guess so. So we'll probably go this weekend.
Ah.
I was actually going to take her to the movies this last weekend or yesterday. But then I got a message from my sister saying, hey, are you coming over to Mom's for her birthday? And I was like, oh, shit, I forgot it was her birthday.
You forgot it was your mom's birthday?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Sketchbook says, I agree with Dillard. He does weep in every interview. So he also mentioned stuff that's bought in the film. I think he meant not in the film. The B is next to the end, so. I can see.
Yeah, like I feel like the film is not going to be as hard hitting of an expose as everybody thinks it's going to be. It's probably just a whatever movie with a good message. Who cares? You know?
Well, it's got to be a little bit more than that for the left to getting up in arms like they are. Sketchbook says he forgot his brother's birthday.
So? Do you think that most of the people that write hit pieces on this movie have even seen it?
Oh, probably not.
So then why would you say it has to be more than that in the movie for the left to be up in arms? They'll be up in arms about anything.
Well, I'm sure one or two of them have actually seen it, and everybody's going off of the one or two.
That's correct. Stop proving my point, Ray.
Yeah, but that's I'm just saying one or two people saw it, and so the one or two people that everybody's going off of to get up on arms, because That's, well, I'd say that's what the left does, but I think the right does it a bit too. Yeah. Sketchbook says, yeah, not. Fat fingers, sorry. Oh, no problem. And Sketchbook says, it isn't that hard hitting. Sketchbook says, oh, they don't like Jim Craval. I forgot it. I'm not sure how to say his name. That's enough for the left. Yeah, true.
Like I like films. I like TV that you know, dramatic. I like a lot of drama. I like a lot of you know, hard hitting drama. To me, this movie seems because you're not going to be able to make this movie. You're not going to be able to show horrific things. It's not possible. You'll never get the movie released.
Yeah.
It's like oh, I'm gonna go watch a movie about you know, drug cartels and stuff. You're never gonna see all the horrible, nasty stuff that goes on because the movie would never get released. It wouldn't be too gory, too violent.
Yeah.
So you go with the expectation of watching some watered down rendition of what happened. You know?
Yeah. JR's here. Hey, JR, how are you?
Who's JR? A friend of yours?
Yeah, he's been coming to the channel for a couple months now.
Nice.
He actually lives out in Edmonton.
Ooh, in Edmonton.
Yeah. He said, a sketchbook says, it's about as hard hitting as about an episode of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I figured.
So you would say The Passion was more hard hitting? Sketchbook?
Do you think The Passion was hard hitting?
Yeah. It was a
What
little bit.
way?
Pardon it?
In what way was The Passion of the Christ hard hitting?
I'd say emotionally. I went and watched it in theaters. I teared up a little bit. Sketchbook said yes, by far.
Like I would say, and I'm being completely honest here. I was more emotionally impacted, probably by a factor of 5, like just way more, just a bunch more, by any episode of The Chosen than by The Passion of the Christ.
Oh yeah, The Chosen is definitely a lot more hard hitting than even The Passion. That's for sure.
Like
But-
maybe I'm a spoiled brat, but I've now that I've seen The Mountaintop, I can't go back down again. I've seen what they could do with good writing and great acting and perfect music and timing and drama with you know, religious subjects.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to something whack, you know. It's kind of like it's kind of like watching it's like watching Fear the Walking Dead after watching the original Walking Dead. It's like it's a shadow of its former self. It doesn't even come close to reaching the pinnacle of what it was, you know.
How much of The Chosen have you seen, Sketchbook? Sketchbook says, nah, Chosen isn't hard hitting at all.
Yeah, I mean, I would disagree, but it's a very personal thing. Like some people resonate with certain, like you go to church and certain sermons hit with people different because of their own personal experiences.
Yeah, true. He's about the first person I know that has said that the Chosen isn't hard hitting. So I'm just surprised, I guess. But I got a question. Why do they not like this Carvel guy, Jim Carvel, the left? Or do you know?
Caviezel.
Caviezel?
Oh, they don't like him because he's QAnon and because he played Jesus.
Oh, because he's QAnon?
Yeah, Q is basically it's just it's a person that I guess because my wife used to be really into all those theories and she would always show me all the stuff. And it's like a blanket theory that kind of takes all of the other theories and puts them in like a nice little package. Like, oh, this is why because of this, and because of this, and because of this. And basically what all it's saying is that there's this evil cabal organization that's devoted to Satanism. And they're ruling the world and they're out to destroy it and destroy you and your family, and they want to drink your children's blood and murder them. Yeah, and all this stuff.
Sketchbook says he went hardcore Catholic Christian after Passion. Is he the guy that played Jesus in the Passion?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that when I brought up the Passion.
But the thing is, there's so many wild and wacky theories in there, in QAnon, like that Trump is basically the second coming of Christ, that he's a reincarnated version of John Kennedy, or there's all kinds of stupid, crazy theories that you can't. It's almost like there's stuff in there that somebody else put in there deliberately for you to not take it seriously, and that. But there is some stuff that I actually do believe in. So when they say, "Oh, you're Q," it's a big blanket term meaning you're a wackadoo hack. That you don't have any grip on reality. That you think there's the devil and ghosts under every rock and stone. That there's a van parked outside, and inside that van is probably the CIA trying to figure out a way to cause your downfall. And to some extent, that's true. If you believe everything in QAnon, I would consider you a hack. But I think, that stuff gets buried. The real theories, the things that I believe are true, are kind of buried by the more outrageous claims.
Yeah. That's usually what happens with any conspiracy theorist type stuff. If you've got something decently reasonable, your more whack job type theories are going to get oust your decent ones.
Yeah. So that's why they don't like Cookies. Because not only is he talking about the slave trade and all that, but he was on TV talking about QAnon and, you know,
But
the Hollywood elites kidnapping children and drinking their blood and all that stuff.
unfortunately, it takes away. Doing that probably takes away from the rest of the movie. JR says, "Oh, geez, what parts of the QAnon canon do you believe? Dying to know."
It's a whole nother episode.
Yes, you'll have to go watch John to point that out. Then again, John's not on a lot lately.
I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Also, I have a really janky computer. Because the thing is, with all the QAnon stuff, as you know, I am an artist, Rick.
Yes.
And what got me into believing aspects of it was the the willingness and glee that certain Hollywood celebrities are willing to go along with and promote and support Satanistic artwork.
Yeah.
Because I know how stupid people can be when it comes to fine art or high art, you know?
Yeah. Like, the person that puts a dot on a canvas and calls it art.
Right. Or the person that will put a bunch of baby dolls and little tiny, children's dolls and a big pool of blood and with their own, menstruation and all this garbage. And then people are like, wow, this is very good. This ought to be praised.
And you're like, I don't think so. You're crazy.
No, I don't talk like that, Ray. Though I am Mexican. And then I start to see the connections between certain gross artists that their imagery promotes the pedo stuff.
Yeah.
And the following and the support from musicians and celebrities and actresses and actors.
Sketchbook says John can't stream too much. The white CIA van parked outside his property interrupts the signal stream. Is there a white van parked outside your house, John?
Yeah, we got a bunch. It's summertime, so the homeless are really trying to move in right now. The people living out of their RVs and vans and cars, they're all parked on that big empty street behind our house. They all want to go live in the riverbed area. So you got to go over there every couple of days, break their stuff, break their windows, make it uncomfortable for them to be around here, so they leave.
So, in other thing, I've been looking into, obviously, my trip down there in September. and it looks like I think I'm going to be either Wednesday or Thursday, arriving at like 5:30 in the morning.
Ugh, it's gonna suck waiting for me to wake up.
Either that, or I'll just take print up a map and walk to your place, knock on your door, 7 o'clock in the morning.
You think you're gonna get to my house from the Riverside bus station at 7 in 2 hours? Ah, you must got strong legs.
It didn't look. Maybe it's further than what I think it is, but
No, Rick, of course, whatever time you're gonna arrive, I will be there to get you.
yeah. Because I think when I looked at it, put in your address, and it seemed. I think it said it like it was just over a 20-minute drive. So
Yeah, that's a long walk. A 20-minute drive is a long walk.
yeah, I guess. I think I could do what would be a 20-minute drive. Maybe I could, maybe I can't. I don't know.
Well, think about it this way, right? It's seriously from my house. I go in the golf cart frequently, and I go in my car frequently to the gas station, to the liquor store to get cigarettes, right down the
Yeah.
street. It's about I'm talking about once the car is on. I would say 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes. Once the car is on, start to back out of the driveway. It takes me about 2 minutes to get there. On the golf cart, it takes me about 10 minutes. Walking, it takes me about 20 minutes to walk there. So I mean, you take a 2-minute drive to a 20-minute walk. What's a 20-minute drive?
Well, I do what would be considered probably over a 5-minute. It'd probably be a 10-minute drive. I walk that in about 45 minutes.
Yeesh. All right, so if you arrive at 5 a.m., I'll probably have to bring you here and then go back to bed. So where do you want to stay? Do you want to stay in the house in the guest room, or do you want me to set you up a place outside of the house?
Oh, what do you think will be better?
Well, I'll tell you like this. I don't know how comfortable you are. I don't like other people, and I don't like waking up or getting dressed or doing that kind of stuff around other people. So if you stay in the guest bedroom, you'll have privacy, right? Door locks and all that stuff. But like, if you have to get up to go to the restroom, you might run into somebody else in the hallway, and you're like, oh, hello, awkward, in the middle of the night. But if you're outside, like if I set up the trailer or a tent or wherever it will be, you'll have like air conditioning and stuff. But it might be more preferable. But it's up to you. I don't know. I don't know your demeanor.
I usually, I sleep usually well no matter where I am. And, well, obviously you want privacy for dressing, which is, probably inside in the guest room might be slightly better. I don't know.
Okay. Then that's what I'll do.
I gotta get my, put the money together and get my ticket in the next, well, around the beginning of September, I'll probably buy my ticket, or might get it beforehand. Yeah. Yeah. the September, as I've said, is going to be busy for me. The weekend before I go to your place, there's something called Supercrawl here in Hamilton. Basically, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they have like bands, and they have a bunch of people can set up tables for sell their artistic wares and all that. So Friday and Saturday I'm going to be doing that. The Sunday I'll probably go to church, and because of that, the spot that's free to set up will all be taken. So and then on the Monday, it's off to California. And then spending time with you. Then Saturday, of course, the con. And then Sunday, pool party. Monday, back to Ontario.
Dario.
No, not Dario, Ontario. And then that weekend, I will have Hamilton Comic Con. And then
What a busy bee you are.
And then the weekend after that, there's another Christian Comic Con in the Minneapolis neck of the woods called God Comics and Gaming, which I'm going to. I don't have as far to go there. That's probably just going to be there and back. So that's probably 2-3 day journey for there and back. And then on the 16th, or for the 16th, I'm going down to 16th of October, going down to Athol, Massachusetts, to meet up with, well, for again a comic thing there, put on with Hero Shack and their local library.
All right, Rick. It's starting to heat up in here. The sun's up for a while, and now it's starting to get kind of hot. So I gotta what you hear the noise right now is just a fan. I actually gotta put the air on now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dip out and let you do your thing.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for coming by. Anything you want to promote before you leave?
Yeah, my book, the Buckler Canadian Tussle, currently funding on Fund My Comic. See you later.
Okay, later. Have a great day. Okay, so we had John here for a while. That was cool. Talked about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So how was your weekend, JR? Although I know I seen you last night on Mike's. Okay, so there we have Piper again. I think I might need to make those legs a little longer. I got the one leg a little wonky looking too. But I think it's looking better than it did because Here's what it looked like before. And there's what we got now. Although I don't think it's much better. My hands are wonky too. I gotta figure some stuff out for that, but we need to get, of course, Kung Fu Kitty in there. Cause she's Kung Fu fighting. Okay, so we'll add a layer here. And then we'll bring this back down. So there we go. We will put this down. And I'm gonna hide the pipers. The pipers! The Pied Pipers! Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I really need to look at the manga book, maybe do some practicing in the manga. Oh, Sketch, how far are you away from being done? Because no matter what, I'm going to push myself this week to make sure everything is done for um, Canadian Shield Remastered #1. And I'm not sure whether anybody heard earlier. I said I watched the first episode of Angel Cop and the first episode of Seven of Seven, two different animes. I'm not sure whether anybody here has actually heard of them. Angel, except for the swearing, uh, Angel Cop seemed interesting. Man, you're going to be busy in the fall. How are you going to make comics during that time? Just probably whatever I get done when I'm home. So like Monday, Tuesday, the before I take off tour. No, I won't be the week. Probably the week that you don't know either anime. Ah, okay. Probably the week that for John. Probably from the Monday through whenever I get home. I probably won't be doing anything. Um, I'll probably do something for a couple days there. Obviously, the weekend I won't do anything because I will be at Hamilton Comic Con. Hopefully Wednesday or Thursday done, then scanning. Okay. Because here, Let me. I've been saving all my pages and resizing them. And then once I have them all in here for resize, of course, we're waiting for the cover for you here. I'm going to be putting in the words, and hopefully tomorrow everything is done. Some of these actually, like this page here, it looks like it might be too close to the edge. So this one I might actually even go back into thing and resize the panels to have a little bit bigger outside gutter space, and then resave it and re-put it in and resize it. I'll probably look over all my pages like that, see if any of them need that. I might even make bigger gutters, frames on here, because they're not all equal on that. And again, because these frames I made a little bit more thicker here, because I was noticing all my pages were off on the dimensions, slightly. I don't know how that happened initially, but it did. So I want to make sure all that is correct. That way when I go to the printer, everything is, and that way I can make sure I'm using all the same size font all the way through as well. I don't have to change the size of font. I did the letters already. Will you be streaming from any of the cons? No high noon or 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, not even probably. Oh, hopefully I will probably be doing a stream with John. Maybe while I'm there, one of the days. Or I might be able to pick up on his internet. It's hard to say what I'll be able to do because I won't have a laptop or anything. I'll just have my phone, and I'm not sure what I'll be able to do with that. But hopefully I'll record some stuff from the cons. I even took pictures and did a couple things from thing. I was meaning to do a video of my whole trip when I went to Saskatoon earlier back in May, but I didn't end up doing that. Although I did put up a video of me going around, well, 2 videos. Not sure whether it was 1 or 2. I think I put them together, but I'll probably go around both cons and film, or all the cons, and film what went on there. All the tables and all that and stuff like that I will do. So there will be at least, a short video. It might not, depending, like, for Full MegaCon, that might not get put up till I get home. The CI van will allow you guys to. They might block it for Trudeau since you aren't bound by the commie regs to keep your mouth shut. I'm not even bound right now. I'll say what I want. Right now, it just means my stuff doesn't get put to the top of the list. But then again, that's more for news, so. And I am definitely not considered news. Friday night I went to something called Art Crawl. It's similar to that Super Crawl that I was saying before, but it's on a smaller scale. It's only one day. It's the Friday night. I sold a comic, came out like less than 10 business cards, so that wasn't too bad. But that thing, Art Crawl, is free to go to. So, and it's the second Friday of every month. I'll be going next month. too. I did the letters already. Yeah, yeah. I think ours is the first Friday of every month. I haven't been in years. Yeah. Well, I was there a few years ago before the pandemic, but I stopped for the winter because it's cold out there, and I don't want to sit around for no reason. And that was before I actually had my comic books too. So I don't want to. I didn't want to sit around freezing my ass off. And like I was just trying to sell my artwork back then. I didn't even take any of my artwork this time. I just bought myself a small. I didn't. I was using like TV tables to set up. I bought myself a small table the other day on the Thursday before. I don't like that hand. Nah, I just go to see the art. I don't put up a booth. Maybe later. Yeah. Well, I go to put up the booth. Just what am I gonna do otherwise? Be at home wasting my time watching TV or whatever? Maybe I can actually sell and get people to know who I am, especially when it's free. But you also have to have something to sell there too. So I can get not going if you don't have setting up a booth. Okay, so let's take that. Oh, we're missing part of her face. That's not good. Yeah, it's always turned into a drink fest for us. Probably why I don't go. Haven't been since I started going to church. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people down that way that would drink too. I think I end up leaving before that happens. Because there's bars in there that are open. There's other types of shops too. Well, all the eat places that you can get eat. something to eat and all that. Some galleries. Um, but I usually end up taking people are showing up there like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Last week, on Friday, I showed up. I think I left my house at about 4, somewhere between 4 and 4:30. I got down there for about maybe just before 5, set up, and I left just around 9 o'clock. So before any stupidness happened, and a bunch of other people were leaving at about the same time too. I got to figure out the mechanics of her stuff in front and back for this. And I also need to figure out the mechanics of, I need to get her hands done a little better. Okay, so we take this away. And we're gonna up this. And then panel 1. So when I get finished, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to. Let's see. Try this with panel 5 right here. Okay, so okay. So what I might have to do as I get done, once I get done everything, I might have to go like take panel 2 and we'll make sure it's all colored in first. And we'll have to say merge layers, and then I'd come here and I would do that, and then I could probably erase some line stuff like that. And then we put that back up to full. And there we go. So eventually that's what we're going to do for all that. But let's not do that at the moment because we got a lot to do in that panel. But this is starting to look good. Obviously, I need to work on the hands here. We need to work on some background stuff. I need to learn to draw her a lot better in these other panels, but I'm unsure about some of my angles and stuff. I might end up ending early today just because, and I need to practice some manga drawing. So hopefully I will have some stuff done for next week because I'm not sure what else I can do on this at the moment without having looked at some of that stuff to practice. I guess I could go over a couple of these panels, but I still want to get the manga stuff better. I know we haven't gone the full 2 hours, but that we normally go, but it's good, right? Or this is anyway, or it's coming along, I guess I should say. Next week, I would honestly like to be completely finished all the drawing on this page for the week after. I could maybe do some coloring. Heck, I haven't even got the layouts done for page 3 yet. So, I had a leg up doing these ones because I had done stuff originally, some live stuff. So yeah, since nobody's saying anything, I think I'm going to end. Well, again, I'd like to thank John for coming on and thank everybody out in the stream for coming by. I will be back on tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. So we'll catch you all later. Look out for the shorts, the cross comic shorts, and other stuff. So that's it for now. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day, night, whatever it is for you.